Hey guys, this is Don Chaffin and Paul Ranieri from the band Voices of Extreme, and you're listening to Talking About Rock.
All right, today's guest has had the lead vocals for the bands Riot Act and Red Lamb, as well as Road Crew featuring Billy Sheehan. Here to speak with us today about his current project, Voice of Extreme, we have both Don and Paul here with us. Guys, how's it going?
How you doing, Robin? How are you, buddy?
Rob.
Great. So Voice of Extreme here, it's had an interesting career, let's say, since the beginning. The first album, Hypocrisy, released in 2005, was a big hit for you guys. So tell us about the upcoming album here. You guys coming out, Faith in Action, and the first single, Stoned Babies. Very cool.
Yeah, thank you very much. We're very excited. This album, Faith in Action, obviously you said Stoned Babies is the first release. It's also the first one, the first album or single with the brand new lineup, which features Paul, myself, and Rod Morgenstein on the drums.
Yeah, definitely very cool. I'm really digging that. Very cool. And you've been involved in some other project, like I was talking about here a moment ago. So you're involved in a project a little while back with Billy Sheehan with Road Crew, and you had bassist Dixie Dregs on there, and guitarist Joey Gem also on there. And I also saw that you had some shows featuring Randy Jackson of Zebra as well with you guys.
With the Road Crew situation, yeah. That like you had said, that's Joey Gem's mastermind, if you will, and he actually had Rod Morgenstein on the drums and Billy Sheehan on the bass, which is quite the rhythm section, as you can imagine. And when we did our first show, our only show at that particular point, we had the pleasure of having Randy Jackson up on stage with us that evening doing I don't know if we did The Ocean, I think, from Led Zeppelin, something like that.
Oh, very cool. Yeah, definitely. So let's get back to your current project a little bit here, Voices of Extreme here. Tell us about, the lineup change that happened and what's going on going forward here, and what are you guys are, putting together at this point. Obviously you got Stoned Babies out right now, which is great, but what's kind of happening also?
So what we have is, well, Paul and I, as you know, we're in the band Riot Act, previous to this new lineup change for Voices of Extreme, and Paul and I, we shared the stage, obviously, and really, got a chance to enjoy each other's company on tour, and we just gelled chemistry-wise. So when the opportunity came for the new Voices of Extreme record, it was a no-brainer for us to put our minds together and our talents and reach out to Rod Morgenstein, which is, as you know, one of the best drummers on the planet. And we were very happy to get him. So this three-piece version of Voices of Extreme with this new album is ironically, as you had said, the band has quite a bit of history.
Right.
But this particular album is musically different, and we're excited for people to hear and see that.
Yeah, so you got some other tracks then you guys are going to be working on releasing, or what's kind of happening with that, Paul? If you want to take that one, what are we looking at coming up? You guys got videos coming up, or what's going on?
We do have an official music video of Stoned Babies due to come out hopefully soon, and we have a couple more releases that are planned before the full release of the album early next year. So we have a few things coming out. Yeah, so it's looking really good and positive. The record company's completely behind us with this, and it's great that we have this much support from a label.
Yeah, that's definitely different nowadays, right? You're not sure kind of how that's going to work out a lot of times. From what I hear from a lot of these artists, they get signed to whatever labels, but there's not like it was back in the day where you got like tour support and you got different funds to kind of do different things. A lot of times now, from what I'm hearing, some of these bands even have to get cash together to do the videos themselves.
Sure. Yeah, absolutely. It's a much different business these days. But like Paul was saying, we're very blessed to have Brave Words Records behind us on this situation, and also obviously our manager Giles Lavery from GLM Artists, who put the whole thing together. So I guess the bottom line is, we're excited for the new music, and like you had said, Robert, it's taking both sides, both the record company and the band. They have to kind of meet together to come to some kind of mutual meeting ground to get this thing moving forward. I mean, it's not like the days in the past where we sit back and wait for $500,000 of advance money.
Right. Those days are long gone, right?
Which we would buy Paul a new car.
That's
right. Especially with the way touring is now and paying for stuff. You know what I mean? It's just every artist I speak to, it's like, I was speaking to Don Doc, and it's like everything's tripled gas, tripled lodging, tripled this and that. It's just I don't think a lot of the audiences don't understand that factor when they come to the ticket price of these shows, right? That's the factor nowadays, right?
Right.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Things are much more expensive these days, and ticket sales can get crazy, but not for a show like ours. For the bigger shows, obviously, for the main acts, for the nationals, as you know, ticket sales can get crazy, but they're not crazy for shows like ours.
Definitely. Well, you've opened for some great bands here in the past. There's a great list of heavy hitters, Godsmack, Foreigner, Alice in Chains, and Tesla. I saw you did some shows with them. Any memories or stories come to mind from any of those shows? Maybe you could share with us a little bit, any of that time at all?
Absolutely. Tesla, I think we did 35 shows all through the U.S. So we really got along really well with them. Also, the demographic and the crowd. They were very energetic and very acceptable to our music and our show. So those guys in Tesla are absolutely awesome, each and every one of them. And they couldn't have made us feel more comfortable. And they were extremely supportive and help us to grow our band and the brand.
Yeah, that's definitely always so good to hear, because sometimes, it's not like it was, again, back in the day when you're like an opening band for something, you're not going to get the stage, or you're not going to get a sound check or things like that. It's very, a lot of competition, shall we say it was. But yeah, I just spoke to Steve Brown the other day from Tesla. Yeah, and they're getting geared up for some of their shows. Just a great band still, so energetic live, and so great to see them still doing stuff.
Yeah. Great guys. Really, really great guys.
So do you guys have a release date yet for Faith in Action? Do you have a date, or it's still kind of in the works? You're not really sure where that's headed at this point, or?
Well, the album release date we don't have definitively right now, but I believe the music video for the Stone Babies release is scheduled very shortly, right?
Yes. Yeah.
Yes. So that would be the next release from the band, which would be the official music video to support Stone Babies, because as you know right now, Robert, the single's out with the lyric video.
Right.
So we're very excited for the official video to come out, which I believe might be in the next week or two.
Yeah, so for right now, we're going to put the lyric video up on our website, talkingabout.rock.com. That'll be in the Hall of Videos for everybody to check that out, and we definitely look forward to the new video for that. One last thing I wanted to ask you about one of your other projects you had, Don. You worked in a project called Red Lamb, featuring Dave Spitz of Anthrax. And I was reading that was also co-produced by Dave Mustaine back in the day. Did some work with you on that. Is that correct?
Oh, there's no doubt. So it's not Dave Spitz, it's Danny Spitz from Anthrax.
Oh, Dan Spitz. I'm sorry. Yeah, Dan Spitz.
Which is so it's actually Dave Mustaine's and Danny's brainchild, if you would.
Okay.
They wrote all the songs, everything. And, Dave, he was kind enough to actually went to his studio in San Diego at that particular point, and we recorded the whole thing side by side with Dave. So Dave didn't obviously go on the road with us after that to tour and stuff like that, but all of the songs, all of the lyrics, Dave had a very heavy part in doing it with Danny. And then obviously Dave would produce my vocals. I'm sure if you've heard the record, the vocals are very similar to Dave's style. And that's,
right.
That was Dave producing my vocal, which actually came out very Megadeth style sort of, you know what I'm saying? So
Right, in that type of vein, because that's probably kind of what he feels and what he's known for, obviously. And he's been kind of outspoken on a lot of things as of late, shall we say, going on between him and the Metallica camp, and even previous members of Megadeth. Some things shaking around that camp, you know. So but it's good to see them coming out and doing another tour. So that's going to be wonderful. Definitely.
yeah, great guy, super. You talk about super talented. When I was in the studio with Dave, it was just, you know, it was like a music lesson in regard to, you know, you're dealing with someone, both him and Danny, obviously, that have so much history in the business. But when Dave was producing my vocal, I couldn't help but notice what an amazing ear and what an amazing talent, you know, when it came to producing with us.
Yeah, he seems to be very, very focused when he's got a project that he's working on, and very cool that worked out for you guys. Definitely.
Yeah.
All right. So definitely, we look forward to then the full release for Faith in Action. Right now, the single right now for Stone Babies is out, and like I was saying, you'll be able to check out the video for that and our Hall videos at talkingboutrock.com. All right. Thank you so much, guys, for joining us today. Really appreciate it.
Thank you, Robert. Thank you for having us.
Thank you.